Hello and welcome back to another video here on AVForums. I'm Phil Hinton, I'm the site editor, and this is the OLED+986 from Philips. This is their second flagship TV for the year, and it's the audiophile version of the TV, so there's no upward firing speakers. Instead, you get this magnificent looking Bowers and Wilkins speaker with the tweeter on top and the stand that goes all the way to the ground. So, what's the picture quality like? And more importantly, how does it sound? We're going to find out all of that in our review. The looks of the Philips OLED+986 are very much a love it or loathe it approach to TV stand design. You really need the right type of room and layout to use the OLED+986 with the floor stand design. It does affect the ease of use as you cannot table mount the TV in any way, but it can be wall mounted. The Bowers and Wilkins speaker bar design looks great with excellent build quality, and it has the tweeter on top design that many high-end Bowers speakers do have. It also offers superb 2-channel sound, and there's no surround or Atmos speakers here. The panel used in the Philips has effective heat dissipation control, which means you should have less susceptibility to any image retention issues, and it also offers brightness that's up to 20% more compared to a conventional OLED panel. This is paired with the Philips 5th generation P5 intelligent dual picture processing engine, which is easy for you to say, which adds in AI functionality to the picture processing capabilities. As you would expect from a Philips TV, there's 4-sided ambilight present on the 986, with the ability to add accurate bias lighting behind the screen, which aids with eye fatigue when watching in dim surroundings. There's also the usual expanded features, such as follow video or follow sound, where the light behind the set mimics what's on screen to add more immersion to your viewing experience. Many of the performance traits of the 986 when it comes to picture quality are near identical to the 936 we tested a few months ago, and that should be no surprise as it uses the same panel and image processor. Panel uniformity is good with no obvious signs of tint or colour shift when watching directly onto the TV with a full white field. Off to the sides you may see a slight cyan shift, but it's very subtle and the vast majority of viewers would never see this, especially with actual film and TV content. Using grey slides we didn't see any issues with vignetting or banding, and there was no sign of dirty screen effect or DSE. With the 5% just above black slide, the panel was also clean with just some incredibly faint bands visible with the pattern, but these were never seen in a darkroom viewing environment with dark scenes within actual film or TV content, so it's not an issue at all. As always with a Philips TV, the video processing is very good with the P5 AI Plus chip providing excellent performance with motion and upscaling. With SD content, the 986 manages a decent upscaling performance which, while a little soft, does look clean without any obvious artifacts present. HD content looks much better upscaled to the panel's 4K resolution, and motion is also very good indeed. With 24 frames per second material, there's a good 5.5 pull down with no induced judder present, and motion blur looks natural as it should be within the content. With broadcast material, we also didn't see any issues with frame skipping or judder. You can also add in black frame insertion BFI via the fast motion clarity banner within the motion menus. The filmmaker mode remains fairly accurate on this example of the OLED+986 with a decent track to the grayscale, but gamma is slightly dark in the black areas of the scale, which does result in some visible black crush out of the box. Our delta E errors are good for the most part and are at or just below the visible threshold of 3. The Rec 709 colour gamut results are also very good with a decent level of accuracy, but there are a few obvious errors in the graph. Of course, you can calibrate the Philips and obtain reference level results for the grayscale with no errors visible at all. Plus, the Rec 709 colour gamut can also be dialed in with very few issues seen. With the Philips OLED+986 sporting the same panel used in the latest Panasonic and Sony high brightness models with heat dissipation, the performance here should be very similar in that respect. We measured the 986 in the filmmaker mode with D65 white balance, and on a 10% window the Philips managed 797 nits, and on a full 100% white we measured 166 nits, which puts it in the same ballpark as other recent 2021 heat dissipation panels. There are a few HDR perfect settings to be aware of on the Philips OLED+986, with the minimum and medium the most useful for the correct PQ EOTF tracking to ST2084, and that depends on the existence of metadata within the HDR content. With 1000 and 4000 net master content, the HDR perfect minimum setting gives you the best mapping for content that has metadata present. The medium setting is for use with content where there is no metadata present. The wide colour gamut results for DCI P3 within 2020 are also very good, with just a slight hue error for magenta, but all other points are there or thereabouts with decent saturation tracking. We measured BT 2020 at 70% XY and 72% UV, with P3 coming in at 96% XY and 98% UV. The performance with SDR and HDR content is identical to the previously reviewed OLED+936, with excellent accurate image quality out of the box, with just a few minor gripes. Black crush is present with all SDR and HDR content, with shadow detail lacking in some well-used demo scenes. This can be calibrated out with the OLED 986 looking incredibly cinematic after a full calibration. Colours are vivid yet natural and accurate, with excellent lifelike skin tones on show. Motion is also very good, and overall SDR and HDR content looks superb, as you would expect. Those who are looking for an ultra-advanced gaming TV that supports full resolution 4K 120 would be better looking elsewhere, as the OLED+986 cannot display this at full resolution. For everything else, the Philips gaming performance is pretty good, with input lag that measured 20.4 milliseconds for 4K 60p content. The main selling point of the OLED+986 is the sound quality factor, with that custom built Bowers and Wilkins speaker bar being front and centre. The sound quality is distinctly Bowers, with excellent mid and high frequency clarity, pushing forward a precise musicality that brings sound to life. Bass is also very good, with surprising weight and musicality, but without any separate external subwoofer being employed. It's all coming from the drivers in the speaker bar. Music is the strong point here, with excellent separation and distinct, clear and precise vocals projecting far into the room. The soundstage is also wide thanks to the 65-inch screen width, and overall it really is a pleasure listening to your favourite music and artists on this TV. It produces the best speaker bar performance I have yet heard from a dedicated all-in-one package without a subwoofer. Is a separate system better? Probably, but that misses the point. If you want high quality TV images mixed with 2-channel hi-fi and a high-end design, the OLED+986 certainly fills that niche to perfection, and you should add it to your demo list. It comes recommended. And that wraps up our review of the Philips OLED+986. If you've enjoyed this review, then please give it a like, and if you want to see more TV reviews from AVForums, then why not consider subscribing. Also, if you want to find out more details about this TV or any other Philips TV and how owners get along with them, then why not join avforums.com and have a look in the Philips TV forum. I'm Phil Hinton, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again in our next video.